The site of the most infamous nuclear accident in American history is being turned back on, not by the government, not by a utility trying to fix the grid, by a software company. Microsoft just signed a 20-year deal to restart 3 Mile Island. And the power isn't going to homes, hospitals, or businesses. It's going to one thing: a single AI data center. That's strange enough on its own, but it's not even the biggest deal happening right now. 3 Mile Island Unit 1, the reactor that actually survived the 1979 disaster, next door to the one that didn't, has been sitting dark since 2019. Microsoft is paying to bring it back to life. It'll be renamed the Crane Clean Energy Center. $1.6 billion to restart it, backed by a $1 billion federal loan guarantee, targeting power by 2027. All of it routed straight to Microsoft servers. That's the headline. Here's the part almost nobody's talking about. While Microsoft was reviving one famous plant, Meta was quietly doing something bigger. Up to 6.6 gigawatts of nuclear power, enough for roughly 5 million homes, split across 3 separate bets. 2.6 gigawatts from Vistra's existing reactors, available now. 1.2 gigawatts from Oklo, a next-generation reactor company that hasn't built one yet. 2.8 gigawatts from TerraPower, Bill Gates' sodium-cooled reactor company, also unproven at commercial scale. Add an earlier 1.1 gigawatt deal with the same company powering Microsoft's plant, and Meta has quietly become one of the largest corporate nuclear buyers in American history. Google's doing it too. 500 megawatts from a small reactor developer, online by 2030. So is Amazon, with 4 small reactors planned in Washington state. This isn't one company's weird project, it's a pattern. So why are software companies suddenly buying nuclear power plants? It's not about looking green. These are 20-year contracts with billions of dollars and hard deadlines attached, not sustainability pledges. The real answer is simpler and more uncomfortable. The public power grid is running out of electricity faster than anyone can build more of it. PJM, the grid operator covering much of the eastern U.S., recently put out a number that explains everything. Their projected summer demand growth jumped from 0.3% a year to 3.6% a year. Tenfold. The grid was engineered for a world where power demand creeps up slowly with population growth. It was never built for one industry to grow its electricity appetite by 50% a year. And AI data centers don't just need a lot of power, they need it constantly. Not when the sun's out, not when the wind is blowing. Every hour, every day, forever. That's the one thing solar and wind can't promise, and nuclear can. Reliable, dispatchable power running 24/7 regardless of weather. So when a grid can't deliver that, the companies that need it stop waiting. They build or revive their own supply. This is where it stops being a story about energy and starts being a story about competitive advantage. We've seen this movie before, with chips. When GPU supply couldn't keep up with AI demand, companies didn't wait around. They locked up supply years in advance, signed exclusive deals, built their own hardware. Now it's happening with electricity. If you control your own power plant, you're not bidding against everyone else for scraps of grid capacity. You're not exposed when energy prices spike. You just turn the plant on and keep running, while your competitors wait in line. It's the same logic that built the great industrial monopolies. Control the raw material, and you control the economics of everything built on top of it. Microsoft and Meta aren't just AI companies anymore. They're becoming electricity generators. And once you're generating your own power, you're not just a customer of the energy market, you're a participant in it. AI demand starts to move energy markets. Energy markets start to move AI's cost structure. 2 industries that used to have nothing to do with each other are now tangled together, which raises the harder question. If the biggest players are locking up nuclear capacity years in advance, what happens to everyone who isn't Microsoft or Meta? If you can't secure power for your servers, it doesn't matter how good your model is. You can't run it. This bet isn't a sure thing, though. Nuclear has a brutal history of cost overruns and delays. The last new U.S. plant, Vogtle in Georgia, came in years late and billions over budget. If 3 Mile Island slips the same way, Microsoft's 2027 target could easily move. Oklo and TerraPower haven't actually built a commercial reactor yet. Meta's 1.2 and 2.8 gigawatts are still promises on paper. Regulators move slowly, and the whole bet assumes AI demand keeps climbing for decades. If it doesn't, if models get dramatically more efficient, these companies could be sitting on billions in power they don't need. AI was supposed to be a software revolution, code, models, parameters, but software runs on compute, compute runs on electricity, and electricity runs on physical infrastructure that takes years to build and can't be downloaded. That's the quiet shift underneath this story. The AI race has turned into a power generation race, and the companies willing to buy, revive, or fund entire nuclear plants aren't doing it for the planet. They're doing it because electricity just became as scarce and as strategic as the chips themselves. So the next time someone tells you AI is a software business, ask them where their compute actually comes from.